cake, let it be known. I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a home, this ain't a foe. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold. Unlocking the door with the holy key. You supposed to be this close to me.
All right, so for me, clutter is a big thing. I don't like clutter. So usually before the day or before the week, I like to set up my desk without clutter while I'm just kind of getting things ready and getting things set up for the day. Here you can see we're opening up the editing program, but before I do that, I am actually going to be doing a little bit of journaling. Before I start my day, I usually like to try and journal some things just to kind of clear my head. I find that when my head is cluttered that I don't have really as good of a day. So this is just a process that I've started to kind of what I call brain dump. So that way I can kind of get all of my thoughts out of my head and onto a piece of paper. Alrighty, good morning. It is about 10:30 in the morning on Monday. It's going to be a real crazy week for us. Please follow along, please watch along and see how the week goes for us, because honestly, it's Monday. We don't know what's going to happen. And so we want to bring you along. We hope that you enjoy this video.
Alrighty, it is Monday morning. We are starting the week off. We just had our morning meeting and now I am getting scheduling for some talent for our video. So I'm reaching out to students because this is with a local university. And I've gotten some feedback from some of them and others have people they know. So I'm just scheduling everything so we can get started this week before everybody goes on, breaks for Thanksgiving and stuff.
All right, so here I am just putting the final touches on a video. I shot this event back in September and I'm finalizing the video right now. You'll see I'm making a couple of changes and going back and forth, just fixing little things here and there. This is just part of the process. I like to watch things over multiple times and just make sure things are as perfect as possible before I deliver to the client. Right now, I am going to finish up the vlog from last week. I worked on it a lot over the weekend and I've tried to do a lot when I can, but I didn't have as much time as I wanted to be able to actually get it done. We're gonna go ahead and do a ton today and just have some fun editing. I got a lot of stuff done already. Some things that have been on my list for a little while, which is nice. Sent off a video edit to a client that I filmed an event for in September. So pretty good day overall. I'm actually feeling good about the day. All right, I am here editing the vlog for last week, but I bought a camera. It's gonna be my main cinema video camera. And I've been waiting to buy a camera like this for a long time. And it's not what most everyone is thinking. And it comes in on Thursday. Bought it from MPB Used. A deal popped up that I just could not resist. So I'm gonna let you guys wait. Not gonna tell you what it is. I will unbox it for the vlog, but I'm stoked. Put your guesses in the comments below. Let me know what you think it is. I'm literally finishing up this vlog right now, trying to do some things. I find that these vlogs are kind of hard to edit because so much goes on in a day, so much goes on in a week, and I want to keep it engaging, short, fun, fast-paced, good, informational, educational, but it's hard to do all of that all at once. And so I feel like they end up just being longer, and I think that deters people from actually watching the vlog. So this one is actually more jam-packed than last week's. I feel like it's going to be a good one. I've included footage that I've shot. I've included some things that I've shot, and I think it'll be a good one. So if you haven't, here's a link to it. So here, my wife and I are just going through and we are planning out a presentation for me. I was supposed to have spoke at a class this week. It does end up getting canceled later on. We're just trying to put the presentation together. It is 10:07. I've been doing some editing on the vlog for this last week, trying to make it a little more fun, a little more engaging, a little bit more easy to watch. I feel like the last one was just a little long. We have a meeting at 3 with one of the students. You will have seen her in last week's vlog, but we are meeting with one of the students to kind of start getting things ready for shooting, hopefully this Thursday and Friday, for this project for SMU. But we also are looking at new business and everything. Marina's going to start doing some more research on some companies and some nonprofits that we can work with. A lot of stuff to do today, a lot of boring things, but I feel like this is just the way that running a business is. There's a lot of things that you just don't like doing that you have to do. Trying to get these vlogs a lot better, a lot more interesting, easier to swallow, easier to watch. I bought a new camera. It's a used camera that there was a really great deal on, and I decided, you know what, we're gonna pull the trigger on this. And I want to talk a little bit about investing in gear, because the title of this video will have something to do with investing in gear. I wanted to explain the reasoning behind this camera before we get to it. I do a lot more commercial corporate videography now than I did when I first started, and so I've started doing more documentaries. I've started doing more like corporate commercial interviews, all those kinds of things, and so I needed kind of gear to help me with that. I think for me, talking about investing in gear is important because a lot of us are trying to build up our equipment, build up our stuff, and we really don't know where to spend the money. And I have been buying lights and audio and everything else more than cameras, and I've been using what I have. I got it from MPB. I'm not sponsored by MPB. I like that they have a 6-month warranty because it's nice to know that things happen. They're covered a little bit. But the reason I invested in this camera, I just need a more cinema style camera. And we're gonna unbox it here. So I actually use this brand. It's not Lumix, and I love this brand. And some of their newer stuff has missed the mark, and I think they had some products that were really good in the past. I've been waiting for a camera like this. They did not come with the original packaging, so I don't really know how it's coming out. But the other thing is I want to use this camera on a shoot on Friday. So any guesses, put your comments in the comments below and tell me what you think it was. All right. I'm sure you can probably tell from this shape what it is. But it is the Pocket 6K Pro. And the reason is it has these built-in ND filters, which are clutch, and it's got the tilt out screen. So you can kind of tilt it and move it and do things with it. It's got 6K RAW, which is incredible. It's just a phenomenal camera, and the images out of these things are phenomenal. I'm gonna test everything out today, make sure things are good. Anyway, I got the 6K Pro because I really wanted a phenomenal A camera for the work that I do. I shot my recent project some of the stuff on one of these, and I just got blown away with how amazing this camera was. This is gonna be so nice. I'm so excited to have this. The other reason was that I can run and gun with this. So because it has a built-in screen that tilts and swivels, because it's got built-in NDs, because you can literally just hold it like this and put a strap on there and put a battery in there, I can just literally run around with this camera and just film. And it's so easy, and it gets such a great image. So for me, that was one thing that really sold me, was the ability to just run and gun with just this camera. Now they did add a few more things into this. I got a high capacity NPF battery, a third party NPF battery charger. So I get a small rig cage out of it, which I knew that it came with a third party cage. They just didn't tell me what cage. So there we go, I got a cage and a lens on here, and I'll fix all the settings and everything later. I'm gonna clean this off. I'm actually gonna wipe it down and everything. The good thing is I don't have to use a monitor for most work I do, because I can just run this, and I can run a battery. I'm gonna figure out how to run a battery on here, but basically I am able to just kind of run with just the monitor, which is awesome. I basically can just hand hold this camera and just kind of roll with it. So this is that camera. I'm gonna do a lot of testing on it today because I wanna make sure that it's good to go for my shoot on tomorrow. I don't like using new gear, but I do wanna use this if I can, so I'm gonna test a bunch of things. So along with the 6K Pro today, I also got one other thing. I have awesome speaker monitors from Yamaha. Problem is that now Miranda and I work side by side. So there are times when I legitimately need to use headphones because she doesn't want me to use the speakers. So in those scenarios, I needed to use my headphones. The problem was I had the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, which has no knobs separate for headphone and speaker monitors. And Focusrite has another product that actually does have separate ones. So I ended up getting the Scarlett 2i2 because it has the knob for the speaker monitors, and then it has knob for the headphones. So what's awesome is that I can now switch between both pretty easily and adapt. So that's something that's really important when you're working with somebody in the same room. It's just making sure that you're able to adapt to them as well. Little pieces of things that I invest in that make my life easier, that help me out. Speaker monitors are game changer if you are doing any kind of audio editing, because they give you a clear, true sound, and these HS5s are awesome. On the topic of investing in gear, I wanted to say that because I think it's really important that you understand like what it is specifically that you need to invest in. Now I'm about to go and edit the vlog for this week. Good morning. It is Friday at 9:30 a.m. And today is going to be a bit of a fun but boring day at the same time. So for the first part of the day, I'm gonna be doing a lot of editing of the vlog from this week. Then I'm gonna have to pack and plan for some shoot that we're doing. We're starting a project where we're doing like a bunch of FAQ videos. That's gonna be a long YouTube video, but also gonna be short vertical clips, 1 to 6. We're gonna do that. It's gonna be pretty quick. We're going 5 locations for 5 different scripts. We're gonna go ahead, knock out this vlog edit, and then we're gonna go and I'll have you catch up with Miranda.
So I know we said this. So I know we said that this week I would be focusing a lot on cold calling, but what we didn't take into account was that this was election week. Probably not the best time to actually cold call. So instead, I have been researching what to do, how to cold call, finding different people on YouTube, watching their ways to do it, reading articles, etc. And I've just been getting different things together, making sure our stuff is good so we can send it out to people. So when I do call them, I can just direct them directly to our page, hop on a Zoom call with them or anything like that. That's what we've been doing this week. Another thing that I've been doing is setting up our Google business. So I think it's really important that people are able to find us easily and that our branding is kind of out there. So I've been heading that up, doing administrative work on all of that.
Welcome to our main shoot for the week. This is with SMU, and it's actually the first shoot with the Pocket 6K Pro. I'm so stoked to use this camera. And here it is Miranda just being my assistant for the day. She's kind of helping me unpack and organize things so that we can kind of just know where things are and get going. Here I am trying to put together this teleprompter. If you are looking for a good budget teleprompter, this newer teleprompter is awesome. It is a little finicky, it is a little annoying, but it works really well. And I think it was like $100 or less. Here I am just trying to teach Miranda how to do it so that she can do it going forward because I have other things to focus on. Really great budget option. And as you'll see here, we are using this Ore boom pole. I use this in every single shoot because it has a built-in XLR so that you just plug the cord into the mic and then you can plug the back of the boom pole into your camera or your audio device. And I love it. And here it is in action. And then for this setup, we are running the 600D as our fill light. The room lights were really ugly, so we needed to turn them off and fill in the light, and the 600D did perfectly. And then we have the VL150 from Godox as our key light. And then obviously we have the 6K Pro here for our main camera. We were using 2 stops of ND, and we do need to crop for vertical and horizontal, so we had to be aware of that. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for watching this week's video. If you would, please like and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to do these every single week. Plus, I'm trying to keep up my own vlogs and other YouTube content. So please feel free to subscribe. And if you would like to, hit the notification bell because you'll be notified when we post more videos. So again, thank you so much for watching this. Leave any comments or questions down in the comment section below and we will get back to you on those. So thank you. Have a great day.